Hi everyone, this is the Alpha 1.9 update video. So in this video I'm going to talk about the new supervisor role for your businesses and also 3 new businesses that I've created and a few other changes to the game in Alpha 1.9. So first thing is if you click on any of your existing businesses, you will see there's a new button down here, the promote button, and if you click on this you can see down here it says promote an employee to supervisor, adds responsibility of assigning jobs, motivating employees, and alerting of issues. So I'll show you how that works now. Let's take this Stein startup logo job, take job, and so we have a job now. And what we're going to do is we're going to promote someone to supervisor. Now, to decide who you promote to supervisor, the diligence actually matters because someone with a high diligence will improve the productivity of your other workers, whereas someone with low diligence will actually decrease the productivity of other workers. So if someone has low diligence, you probably don't want to hire them as a supervisor. So firstly, let's look at Xavier. Diligence 8.5, and his current wage is 1,500. Now if I promote him to supervisor, I have to pay him 2,400, so about $900 more. So it is quite expensive, but if you have a business that can support a supervisor, it's worth it. So let's promote Xavier to supervisor. So once I've done that, you can see a little S appears next to his name, indicating that he's a supervisor. And now if I use up some time, you can see both people are idle and no one's assigned to the job at the moment. But if I use up some time, you can see Xavier has assigned both people to that job. And if you have multiple jobs, then he will try and decide, your supervisor will try and decide what's the best combination of jobs to assign people to. Okay, so if we use up some time now, I'm just speeding up the time. You can see the work is being completed. And let's use up another week as well. Okay, almost done. And one more week. Okay. So that job is finished and now they're both doing nothing. And now what you can see here is from your graphic design job, which that's just what I've called it. Xavier reports nothing to do, but jobs are available. So the supervisor will give you little indications like this when there's like problems with your business. So another one that they'll report is if you don't have enough materials to complete your current jobs. Now, the supervisor won't do these things for you. You'll have to decide which jobs to take yourself, and you'll have to decide when to buy materials. But if there's problems at the end of the week, they'll tell you about it. Okay, another new thing is, yeah, that's the supervisor role. Another new thing is for the graphic design business, you have a guerrilla marketing tactic now. And so it's an unconventional marketing tactic. It usually works, sometimes backfires. It uses 20 hours each week and changes your awareness by a random amount. So if you have lots of time but not much money, this is a good marketing tactic because it just uses your time, but you can see here if I activate it, it doesn't increase my marketing cost. So it's good at the start of your business when you need to build your awareness, but maybe not so much if you're short of time each week, and you have enough money to actually pay for a proper marketing. Okay, and there's so for the plumbing business, it also has a new special promotion, the discount promotion. So what the discount promotion does is it doubles the chance of a job appearing next week, but halves the payment received. So you can see here down here it says total payment discount, which means you're receiving half the payment for these jobs, but then they're more likely to appear as well. So it's good for when you're starting your plumbing business. Okay, so now 3 new businesses that we have. Firstly, we have the gardening services. You can see down here it says low pay, dirty work, and weak marketing. So for a gardening service, it's the easiest to get into. You only need 2,000 gardening experience, which you can get from the groundskeeper occupation, which is now in a few different places like the park and the stadium. So it's the easiest and cheapest to get into, but also you get paid the least. And so what you end up doing is having to do most of the work yourself, because it's pretty hard to afford employees when you don't get paid very much. So that's gardening services. On the other side of the spectrum, we have private security business. So this business attaches to the end of the security career path. So once you become a security chief, and you've done that for a while, you'll have enough security experience and stuff to be able to get into this private security business. And because it attaches to the end of the security career path. It's much more lucrative than the gardening services. So you can see down there it says moderate pay, no materials, and boring work. What boring work means is when you do the job yourself, your fund will decrease more quickly. So you probably want to hire workers to do the work for you, because of the fund decrease for yourself, and so they can take that hit for you. And finally, we have the law firm, which goes on the end of the law career path. You can see it says you get very high pay, expensive workers, some materials, and urgent jobs. When it says urgent jobs, that means the work you have less time to do the work than with the other businesses. So you want to be careful how many jobs you take, because if you take too many, then you won't be able to complete them on time, and your reputation will suffer. Okay, so that's the changes for the businesses, the main changes for businesses. There's also a few other things, like now when you go to look at the economic indices, you can see the real rate of the real estate index changing, whereas before it was just showing the underlying growth, but now it reflects the actual price fluctuations when you look at the prices, when like you actually go to look at properties for auction and see the prices. So yeah, you can get a clearer view of how the market is changing. And there's also a new stock market index, which just reflects how the how the total stock market has been changing. Like if you add all the market capitalizations of all the companies up, then that's what the stock market index reflects. Also, there's a new quit smoking course at the town hall now. Yeah, quit smoking. That was the things a few people asked for, and I guess it makes sense to have it along with Alcoholics Anonymous and Shopaholics Anonymous. Okay, that's all I'll talk about for this video. I'll provide a full change list in the usual update blog post. So next I'll be working on improvements to the education system to make it easier to get into. And also there's one more location I want to add before I consider the default map complete, and then we can start looking into other maps of other cities. Alright, thank you for watching. See you next time.